What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode with Double M Racing here. Double M Motorsports. I always call it Double M Racing. We're Double M Motorsports. But day 3, we're going to get started sanding down the car, all the body filler, the angel hair fiber bond, whatever the heck they call that stuff. But bondo glass, that's what it's called, bondo glass. I'm gonna start sanding down the bondo glass and get this thing back into shape here so we can get some body filler put on it. So I'll be doing most of that on time lapse. We are up, I want to say thank you, we're up to 351 subscribers, something like that. So thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already and you enjoy watching our content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, share, and give us a like. So stick around, enjoy the episode. Okay, we have got everything sanded down. As much as I hate body work, it is kind of satisfying to do. It's nice seeing something that was so out of shape come back together and get back in shape again. That spot there, that's the crack that was filled, so body filler will fill that in. But man, that's a lot of sanding. That's probably, that time lapse there was probably hour and a half worth of sanding there. So it's coming back together. I found some spots that I forgot. I got to fill that in with some bondo glass. That all shaped back out nicely. It just needs a cleaning and then body filler on there. So I am really pleased with how that stuff came out. Hood turned out good. So I gotta go get some bondo glass. We're getting ready to head to down to Arkansas. My oldest daughter's getting married this weekend, so I've got to go give away my first daughter. So that's probably where I'm gonna stop on this for today, because I'm out of bondo glass and I didn't get body filler. So I'll grab that and we'll jump back on this next week and get this finished up, get ready for paint. But I think I'll give you a heads up of where we're at on the modified. Anthony Ferreira hooked us up with, we got some better conditioned tires than the ones I've got. I haven't done a whole lot. I've come inside, I've got my belts moved over and my seat, I've got them put in. I still need to put a spacer, figure out what to do on the bottom. I don't have the bottom of the seat connected yet. I had to move the seat base up a little bit so I could see better. So now I've got like a 2 to 3 inch gap underneath the seat here that I need to figure out what to do there. So I'll ask some of the guys what they do to make a spacer for that or what. I got this put in. This is the new start button and the switch that turns on the MSD box. So I got that done. I've come through I went through and rewired everything. Let me take you over here. I got the whole side of the car off. Anthony sold us a new fuel cell. This has got the class we're racing. You have to have a flapper. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a little flapper valve in there. And the fuel cell that we've got does not have that. But, so I got a good deal on this. Ferreira hooked us up on that. He even gave me a carb cover there, so I can take my air cleaner off and feel better about this sitting outside for a little bit. But anyways, I've got this side of the car off. We went through and redone all the wiring. It had, you can see that thicker gauge wire, it had like 14 gauge wire in there. And I came back through with 10 gauge, a little thicker wire just to make myself a little more at ease, because that was running, you know, to the starter solenoid. It was running up to the distributor, running gauges off the distributor. So that was just a little too thin for my liking. All right, we are on day 4 or 5. I don't know exactly where we're at, but got some more bondo glass and some body filler. So we're gonna continue on with that. Show you the body filler I got this time was the Evercoat Body Shop Pro Grade Color Change Filler. Got that from AutoZone, and it goes on this it's kind of pinkish. It's hard to see in the camera. Goes on kind of pinkish and dries green. I don't know if you can tell the color difference there, but when she dries kind of a light green color, not dark green like the bondo filler or the fiberglass bondo stuff. Kind of a light green. And it's still warm to the touch, but I'd say within, probably another half hour or so, I'll be able to sand that. So that's what I'm using this go round. I used some cheap stuff last go round. Was on sale. It still worked. It still did the job. That's what we're going with this round, so we'll let that stuff dry and we'll get her sanded off. All right, so we have got everything sanded down, smooth enough for a race car. I think it turned out pretty darn good. All the body lines and stuff. The side pieces turned out solid again, which is great. So yeah, we are about ready for some paint. Put some rivets up front. I probably ought to put some more rivets back here. kind of hold that together better. I've got to come in and do a little body filler right there. And this was a part that I just fixed today because I'd ran out of the bondo glass, but I need to fill in that little divot right there and then sand that down. But other than that, I mean, everything's looking pretty good to me. Tell you what, this body filler is a lot nicer to deal with than the bondo glass. I hate sanding. Let's see, what time is it even? I've probably been sanding on those time lapses. That was probably about 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours worth of sanding you've seen there, in probably 20 seconds. That spot didn't necessarily, it still cracked out a little bit, but that's okay. When it's back on the car, it'll be solid enough. I'm not too worried about it. And then I got those riveted back together. The front halves, those had come unriveted. So, and then all the fenders are over here. I didn't do the body filler on the fenders this time. I just did the bondo glass. I mean, these are the most susceptible parts of the race car, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. You know, you might, when I paint it, you might see some divots and some bumps. I ain't too worried about it. But so there that is, and there my garage floor is. Whole car's covered in dust. I'm so ready to be done with this part. This part drives me insane because I don't like, my garage is always just cluttered full of stuff, but I don't like it to be dirty. At least it's clean clutter, not dirty clutter. So I'm definitely ready to get this part of the process over with and done so I can move on. But I'll get some body filler put back there, and then I also got the union to finish the brake lines. So I'll get that done. I got more welding wire. I ran out of welding wire. I still need to mount this tube. I need to bend it over to the frame here, so I need to sand that out. Weld that there. Weld this back onto that, and then where the floor came disconnected down there, I don't know if you can see it very well. Oh, you see my finger in there? This is the floor. This is just a support bar that goes through there. I need to start tacking that floor. I'd started it back there. I don't know how much you caught of there. I accidentally hit the button and shut it off. But anyways, I started welding it back there. I need to continue on now up through here and reconnect the floor to this support bar over here to support it on the right side. So that's what I'm going to get started on next. After I get that body filler done and the brake lines, getting them wrapped up in here. And then if this rain stops, we're getting some good rain today, which I'm not going to complain. It's been a while. But I got the modified fired back up. I've been doing some work to it off camera. I'm not showing a bunch of that stuff right now because all I've been doing is going through cleaning up wires. I put a new starter on it. Got that thing fired back up this morning, but just kind of cleaning it now before I start adding to it. I'm trying to get everything cleaned up before I start adding new on there. So anyways, we'll get back to it. I'll get you on time lapse. We'll start working on brake lines and doing some welding on this thing.